Have you ever ordered Uber Eats at 2:17 a.m. when the silence in your tiny New York apartment feels heavier than the hunger gnawing at your stomach? When every creak of the old floorboards makes you question if you're truly alone? That was me, Emily Carter, 28 years old, freelance graphic designer scraping by in a fourth-floor walk-up studio in Bushwick, Brooklyn. One cramped room that doubles as bedroom, office, and kitchen. Brick walls that sweat in summer. A single window leading to a rusty fire escape that the landlord swears is perfectly safe. And one unbreakable rule I lived by in this city. Never open the door after midnight. Never. But that night, I broke every rule I had. I was deep into a brutal deadline, eyes burning from hours staring at my laptop screen. My stomach had been rumbling for hours. At 2:12 a.m., I finally gave in. Opened the Uber Eats app, scrolled past the usual late-night spots, and picked a 24-hour taco truck 3 blocks away. 2 carne asada tacos, extra guacamole, no onions, $15.37. Driver, Marcus. 4.98 rating, 412 deliveries. Reliable and fast, the reviews said. I hit place order and went back to work. The rain outside was tapping against the window like impatient fingers. The building was ancient, built in 1928. Thin walls, creaky hardwood floors, and that fire escape window that never latched properly no matter how hard I slammed it. 17 minutes later, the app updated. Marcus is on his way. The little motorcycle icon crawled down my block and stopped right in front of my building. Perfect. I stood up, stretched my stiff back, and walked to the door. I always waited by the peephole, classic New York paranoia. Then my phone rang. Unknown number, Brooklyn area code.
Hello?
Then answered. Hello? A calm, slightly tired male voice replied. Hey, Emily, it's Marcus from Uber Eats. I'm already inside. I froze, phone pressed tight to my ear. Excuse me? He chuckled softly, like we were sharing a joke. Yeah, I'm inside the building. Come grab your tacos before they get cold. My heart slammed against my ribs. I checked the app again. The tracking still showed him on the sidewalk. That's impossible. The map says you're outside. Another quiet laugh. App's glitch. You know how it is in these old buildings. I'm on the 4th floor now. I can hear your TV playing. I wasn't watching TV. The only sounds were the rain and my own pulse thundering in my ears. I glanced at the chain lock, still on. Deadbolt, still turned. The door hadn't moved an inch. Marcus, this isn't funny. I'm not opening anything until I physically see you outside. Silence stretched for 3 long seconds. Then his voice dropped to a whisper that felt way too close. But Emily, I can see you right now. You're standing by the door in that oversized gray hoodie, hair twisted up in a messy bun. You look exhausted, sweetheart. I spun around so violently my elbow knocked into the wall. The studio was empty. Just my desk lamp throwing long, distorted shadows across the unmade bed, the cluttered kitchenette, and the cracked fire escape window. No one was there. I hung up instantly, hands trembling. I refreshed the Uber Eats app. The driver icon had moved. It was now pulsing directly over my apartment number, inside the building. I backed away until my legs hit the couch. My eyes darted to the fire escape window. It was cracked open about 4 inches. I always close it, always. But the old latch slips sometimes, especially when it rains and the frame swells. I lunged forward and slammed it shut, twisting the lock as hard as I could. 30 seconds later, my phone rang again. Same number. I let it go to voicemail. The automatic transcription appeared immediately. Emily, your food is on the counter. Extra guac, just how you like it. Thanks for leaving the back window open last week. I let myself in easy. Last week? I had been in Chicago for a client meeting the entire week. I hadn't ordered a single thing. I stared at my kitchen counter in pure disbelief. There it was. A white paper Uber Eats bag, still faintly steaming, sitting perfectly centered next to my half-empty coffee mug. The same mug I'd been sipping from all night. That bag had not been there 5 minutes ago. I moved toward it like it might bite me. The receipt was stapled neatly on top. Order number 478291, exactly what I ordered. Time-stamped 3 minutes ago. Inside the bag, resting on the warm foil packets, was a folded yellow Post-it note, handwritten in thick black Sharpie. Emily, thanks for leaving the window open last week. I've been waiting so long to come home again. The tacos are still hot. See you soon. Marcus, the real one. My mouth went dry. I don't leave notes for drivers. I don't leave windows open. And I had never met anyone named Marcus. I grabbed my keys, heart hammering, and cracked the front door open just enough to check the hallway. Empty. The fluorescent light flickered overhead with that familiar, annoying buzz. No bag, no driver, no wet footprints from the rain. I slammed the door, relocked everything, and called Uber Eats support with shaking fingers. The customer service rep sounded half asleep until I described what happened. Then her tone sharpened. Ma'am, that order was never assigned to any driver named Marcus. Our system shows the delivery marked as handed directly to customer at 2:29 a.m., but GPS data confirms no driver ever entered your building tonight. I let out a broken laugh. Then who the hell put the bag on my counter? She paused for a long time. I'm escalating this to safety right now. Do not touch the food. Lock yourself in the bathroom if you have to. I hung up and did the only thing a terrified New Yorker does at 3 a.m. I opened my laptop and started digging. Search 142A Moore Street, Brooklyn, death, or Marcus Rivera, Uber Eats. The first result hit me like ice water. 3 months before I signed the lease, a 31-year-old Uber Eats driver named Marcus Rivera was found dead in this exact apartment. Apparent suicide. He lived here alone for 2 years, delivering late into the night to make rent. Neighbors described him as quiet, always polite, always smiling through exhaustion. The photo attached to the article was the same face from the driver profile. Same tired eyes, same faint scar on the left eyebrow. He had died here, right here, on the couch I was sitting on. I shot up from the couch so fast the taco spilled onto the floor, guacamole smearing across the wood. That's when my phone lit up with a new Uber Eats notification. Rate your delivery from Marcus. Below it, in the chat section, a message had appeared that I never typed. Thanks, Marcus. The food was perfect. See you next time I'm hungry at 2 a.m. The phone started ringing again. Same unknown number. This time I answered on speaker, voice barely above a whisper. Who are you? Marcus's voice came through clearer than before, calm, almost gentle, and far too close, like he was standing just behind my shoulder. I'm the guy who used to live here, Emily. I loved this little place. It was mine. Then everything fell apart. Girlfriend left, bills piled up, the city kept squeezing tighter. One night, I just couldn't take it anymore, so I stayed. The app never logged me out. Once you're in the system, you stay in the system. And this building, it remembers its tenants, especially when someone leaves that fire escape window cracked open. My blood ran cold. Last week, the night I stood on the fire escape smoking a cigarette in the rain, crying about my ex, I had left it open for 20 minutes. I thought no one noticed. He continued softly. I've been watching you, Emily. You work too late. You eat too little. You never let anyone in. You're just like me, alone in a city that doesn't care. I pressed myself into the corner, eyes scanning every shadow. What do you want from me? A long, tired sigh. I just want to come home again. Tonight, I did. The tacos were only the beginning. Next time you're hungry and alone at 2 a.m., I'll already be waiting inside. Maybe I'll sit with you.
Maybe we'll finally talk face to face. The call ended with a soft click. I looked down at my phone. The Uber Eats app had opened itself. Driver status, online, 0 minutes away. The motorcycle icon was now stationary directly on top of my location dot. I haven't ordered delivery since that night. But sometimes, when the rain hits the window just right and the clock strikes 2:17 a.m., I hear the faint rustle of a paper bag being placed on the counter. I hear slow footsteps crossing the creaky floor. And every single time, my phone lights up with a new message from an unknown number. "Order's ready, Emily. I'm already inside."
So, if you live alone in New York City and you see your driver's icon move inside your building before you ever touch the door, hang up immediately. Lock every window, especially the one to the fire escape, and whatever you do, never answer that call. If this story made your heart race and your apartment feel a little too quiet, hit that like button right now. Subscribe and turn on notifications. We're going deeper into New York's darkest delivery nightmares next. Drop your own late-night Uber Eats or DoorDash horror story in the comments. I read every single one. Stay safe out there and always double-check that fire escape window.